Kumari Vijayalakshmi, who is a student of Vivekananda Kendra Vidyalaya, Kaldupalu. Vijayalakshmi.
Namaste. Join your hands. Close your eyes. Start 3 Omkaras together. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunatu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you.
Dhanyavada. Vijayalakshmi. In all these lectures, we all know about Amma very nearly. I don't think there is any need of all the introduction and all. Only one introduction, what I am thinking now is, as Krishna took Arjuna holding his hand in that eternal path, Amma is holding our hands and she is taking us in this eternal path, step by step, chapter by chapter, lessening our luggage. I don't know how much we are able to do it, but at least we are thinking to do it, that I can assure. So Amma is taking us in this eternal journey. As Amma said in her last chapter, this is the pilgrimage of Krishna's words. The Bhagavad Gita, this journey is the pilgrimage of Krishna's words. So we are on this journey in the guidance of Manya Lakshmi Didi. So, in the beginning, Arjuna was very sad. Even we were also not sad, but we were very curious. What is there in Bhagavad Gita about Amrita Parivar? We were very curious, but one by one, our doubts are getting clearer and clearer. Amma told these 17 chapters were tasting Amrita. The 18th chapter is looking back. Krishna here is teaching us how to work, nimitta, how to work as nimitta matra. And Amma also told us in her last lecture, we are like Karpura. We should burn. We started burning from chapter 1, little by little, little by little. And at 18th chapter, it is there, a little bit is there. Here, again, we have to burn ourselves. As when we reach the cliff of the mountain, there is nothing at all. Only everything is equal. There is no ups and no downs. In the same way, when we touch the earth, then only the ups and downs will be there. In the same way, when we fly in the air, there is no difference at all. But when we touch the earth, the differences will be there. So, again in this last session, Amma told us about how Krishna transformed Arjuna to a karma dhira who is full of karma and dharma veera who is full of dharma. We should transform at least a little in this aspect. So, Amma told us not to attach the worldly attachment like name, fame, or any other thing. We had joint families earlier. There were people who used to teach us, tell us what is right and what is wrong. But after some time, they used to tell, I am telling this much, do whatever you like, whatever you want. So, yethechasi tatha kuru. Amma give this word, yethechasi tatha kuru. Again, Krishna took Arjuna in a golden chariot. We are also, our human body is a chariot. Hanuman on flag, Krishna as Sarathi, he was taking. But our body is a chariot. Panchendriyas are our horses. Sense organs are reins. Sarathi is our mind as Krishna. So we can also travel. We can also travel this pilgrimage. We can also go through this pilgrimage. So at the end, summary of Gita, Amma told to chant, as Ramakrishna told, chant Gita fastly, then the word comes Tyaga. So the two words, Tyaga and Sannyasa, are the golden words, the diamonds of Indian, our Bharatiya Samskriti, we can say. So, Amma told many things. I cannot go through all the things because I want Amma to give us that Japamala. I'm waiting eagerly. We are all waiting eagerly for those Japamala. So, I request Amma to take us to the next step. Amma, over to you.
Namaste to all. Brahmachari Devrati Dandi Sarva Vedanta Pandita Srimad Viveka Yogi Mam Prachodayatu Sarvada Mukam Karoti Vachalam Bandhum Langhayati Girim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Once again, namaste to all of you, and my very humble pranams to all of you who have been listening to this. My attempt to take out from Bhagavad Gita some of those supremely beautiful beads, which we can make it into a mala, as he himself says, Sutre Manigana Iva. So that is what we had been trying to do. And we have, in our own humble way, finished the classes, to say. And in this concluding class, what else can we do than remember those great words of Sri Krishna? See, we all know almost every religion has got some sort of a Japamala. A Japamala is a string of beads. Counting the beads, you remember the mantra or the message or your surrender, something like that, which helps to steady our mind and keep our mind on the path. Sometimes the mantra is given by a guru, sometimes we must have got it by ourselves. Just like that, there was no guru or something, but I decided to chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya or Om Namo Narayanaya, something like that. People just adopt a mantra. But this mantra is, we must know, it is a very elevating spiritual experience. Doing a Japamala with mantra is a very elevating experience. We have gone through the 18th chapters in our own humble way, tried to pick up some beads from here and there to rebuild our character, rebuild our homes, our families, and see that it fits into Sri Krishna's concept of a family. We must know from the very beginning, one thing should be clear in our mind. Why he took all this trouble to transform Arjuna? Arjuna was so much concerned about his material, worldly family and its relationships. And that is not what is meant by family. For him, Krishna, that is not the family. Family has a purpose of its own. Family is to expand our minds. Otherwise, we will be simply one person sitting about one's own food, one's own comforts, one's like that. But when you are in a family without your knowledge, there is an expansion taking place. We will expand through love, we will expand through concern, sympathy, understanding. We will expand through service, we will expand through sacrifice. My mother, how much mothers are sacrificing for the children today do not understand it at all. So they have no concern for the mother because they don't know the value of Tyaga. The value of Tyaga has not been implanted in the children, and they don't know what our mothers sacrifice for the children. They should be probably taught the Madhur Panchagam of Shankaracharya, how beautifully he describes his relationship with his mother. He even remembers how she used to come running sometimes to the Gurukulam just to see that he is there and calling him my precious, all sorts of words, the mothers use. He will come running just to see him sitting there. So much attached he was. So similarly, Arjuna was so much attached to his family members. Suddenly he realizes that in the war front when we knew everybody was facing death, suddenly a new awakening of this relationship comes to his mind. So that is how he found himself in a very precarious position. He knew he had to do the righteous war. At the same time, he knew that here are my relations whom I will kill, and then I will get Papa. All sorts of feelings flood into his mind. And for a minute, the Parthasarathi transforms himself into a great Yogeshwara and a psychiatrist to remove all these misunderstandings from the minds of others. So we were trying to pick out those things which were blocking the Arjuna's Radha of life's pilgrimage. Actually, imagine with Krishna as his companion, how much of elevating must have been his life experiences. But on and on, his ahambhava, his foolish attachments, they came in the way and prevented him from total expansion. That is what has happened. So Krishna had to slowly make him understand that this is not what is meant by family. Look at my family. He introduces him one by one, step by step, how you should expand through work, karma yoga, how you should expand through knowledge, jnana yoga, how you should expand through yoga, Raja yoga, how should expand through jnana, all this, so that all the unwanted things will start dropping away. So in our last class, it just occurred to me, why not we make a rosary of it? Rosary means a japamala. Japamala is nothing new for Vivekananda Kendra. If I tell you suddenly, we are daily using a rosary. Our Karma Yoga Shloka Samgraha is a rosary. We are daily chanting the Karma Yoga Samgraha, reminding ourselves of the principles of Karma Yoga and how important it is for us to inculcate those values in our lives. So, Karma Yoga Shloka Sangrama is our first Japamala in our Bhagavad Gita. And now here we have thought of this Japamala because here our purpose is a slightly different one. We want to correct our character, correct our relationships, correct our vision of the family, and slowly step on to the ladder of evolution. our ascent to divinity. So for that, can we use this? It is with this I started. Actually, when I started writing in Malayalam and talking in Malayalam, then and there I was picking up some slogas and putting it under each chapter so that they can be put together. But here in English, there was no time and I was not preparing it probably to take out this. Even though we discussed those slogas, I didn't make it into a collection at that time. So now I am going back to my Malayalam talks so that I can easily take out the beads and we can make the mala. This mala is meant for reminding us of our introduction to Gita, the slokas which we use to eliminate the ill feelings, misunderstandings, ignorance in our mind, how we improved ourselves, how by Sri Krishna's grace we had a knowledge of his Vibhuti Yoga, a knowledge of his Vishwarupa, and a knowledge of his Purushottama Yoga. Blessed we were that the 16, 17 days weeks we went through without fail. It was really a blessing, not only for me, to the listeners also, because listening to Rajan Samsritya Keshavarjunayo Idam, that is how Sanjaya explains it, listening, and remembering those words of Krishna. I get horripilation, or Rajan. Even I get horripilation when I am repeating it. That is the effect. So we will take our Japamala. And before that, let us keep in our mind that vision of the chariot, Arjuna standing near it, Krishna with a highly sympathetic, full of love for his friends, slowly revealing to him the immensity of his own self and how we are all part of that. None of us is left out. All of us are part of that Vibhuti. But we don't know what has been given to us. That is why Swamiji came to remind us. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal in life is to manifest that divinity. When we understand manifestation of divinity with a proper definition of divinity and proper understanding and purposefulness behind it, then we know yad karoshi yadasnasi yad juhosh dadasi yad tapasvi kaunteya tad purusham udatta. So it is a very, very beautiful experience. Anyway, let us start with our Japamala. What could be the first one in the Japamala? Let me ask you all. Mentally, have you thought of which could be the first sloka in the Japamala? Klaivyam asmagamapartha naitattvai yuvapadyate shudram hridaya daurbalyam tyaktotishta parantapa. Yes, that is the first one. Krishna is waking us up. Making Arjuna stand in front of him, Krishna is shaking us all. Wake up! Utishtada, Jagrata, Prapyavara and Nibodhata. The Rishi's words come through Krishna. Klaivyam asmagamapata. When you don't know your goal of life, you don't know how to act, then that is Klaivyam only. And when Krishna uttered these words, Arjuna must have been terribly shaken because he must have remembered himself as Brihannala, neither man nor woman. Brihannala, how he suffered for a year like that. So he just shook himself up and started listening to Krishna. So let that be the first beat we count in our Japamala. Yes, Krishna's words to us, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. So Klaivyam Masmagamapata. And then So let's start from the second. Then we move on to the third chapter, where the secret of the cosmic family, secret of the Amrit Parivar is revealed by Krishna in Sloka 11, in the third chapter. I told you to keep the Bhagavad Gita with you if possible. What is that? Devan bhavayatanena, te deva bhavayantuva, parasparam bhavayanta shreya paramavapsyatha. This parasparya, that is the key word in Amrita Parivar. If you want to keep your family non-dying, full of energy and full of wisdom and full of Aishwarya, then parasparya should be there. What are the ingredients of parasparya? If you remember, love, sacrifice, service. And what sort of a love? Ekatma bhava. Through ekatma bhava, we should understand, link ourselves with everybody. And then what remains is only sacrifice of selfishness and service of the other. So that is the second bead. As we touch that with our hands and get the feel of the second bead, this parasparya bhava should wake up in us. Because that alone can bring shreyas to us. Shreyas, all the Sri that we want in life will flow unto us when our mind is fixed in ekatma bhava with love and sacrifice as its two hands. Definitely, all the Shreyas will come unto us. To give us an idea of this parasparya, we get in the third chapter, 14th sloka, how at the universal level this interlinking is occurring. Annad bhavanti bhudani, parjanyad anna sambhavaha, yajnad bhavati parjanyo, yajna karma samudbhava. The universal law is linked to yajna. And that yajna is nothing but the karma which you do. So transforming your work into a yajna, your work into a yajna, is the way in which you can join the universal circle. You become part of the universe. You do very many good things in the form of yajna, your karma becomes yajna, and that yajna leads to the formation of clouds. Clouds give you the water and all your crops are coming under it. So that beautiful cosmic cycle we are reminded of even in the third chapter. Now, when he used the word yajna, he gives us a link in the third chapter itself. Mayi sarvani karmani samyasya adhyatma chetasa nirashir nirmamo bhutva yujyasva vigadajjara. For Arjuna, it was yujyasva vigadajjara. For us, you live in your world, whatever you are doing. How? Mayi sarvani karmani. Why do you carry the luggage? There was an old Brahmin who for the first time got into a train and he had a big trunk with him. He didn't know what to do. So sitting on his berth, he was putting the trunk on his head because he did not know how to keep it down. So we are like that, unnecessarily carrying the burden of life. The burden coming out of our appointments and disappointments, our relationships, our anger, our all those luggage we are carrying. So Sri Krishna said, put your luggage down. Mayi sarvani karmani. I am there too as your porter to carry your luggage. Mayi sarvani karmani samyas adhyatma chetasa. When you remove that, you will find your mind is full of adhyatma chinta. Nirashir, no more asha. Nirmamo, no more attachment. and then walk comfortably in the path of your life. So that is from the third chapter, which we remember to a great extent. We were discussing about it, and I'm sure you all remember that, how to put our luggage down at Krishna's feet. Then Krishna takes us to the fourth chapter. It is Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. And there he gives a very consoling thought when we are worried, oh, what the world is coming to, so much of adharma, so much of anidhi, what are we going to do about it? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirbhavati bharata abhyuttanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham parivitranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthavanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Somebody or other, when India wanted independence, he came in the form of a Mahatma. When the Westerners tried to laugh at us for the Vigraha Aradhana, for the worship in the temples, etc., there came Sri Ramakrishna, who worshipped only a Vigraha. Wonderful it is, isn't it? So, timely interventions. It doesn't mean that he will come as Rama or Krishna. Timely interventions will be there when we think things go out of control. Provided we are in which group? Paritranaya sadhunam. We come into his circle of friends, circle of devotees, then definitely he will come. There is no time. There is a very beautiful story of our Poondanam. Poondanam was a very great devotee of Guruvayurappa. He used to go to the temple for Ekadashi. So once he was passing through a forest, and suddenly some dacoits came, stopped him. He said, I don't have anything. I have only a Bhagavad Gita in the... No. There should be something. There's a ring. Come on, give us your ring. So they took that ring and told this man, go. Otherwise we'll kill you. At that time, suddenly, on a white horse, the Samudri's chief minister or prime minister or whoever it is, he lands there. He drives away the dacoits and gives back his bag to him and tell him, don't worry, I am this Maharaja's, Kozhikode Maharaja, Samudri, they are called. I am Samudri's chief commandant, so you don't worry, now you can go, I will be there to protect you. He went to Guruvayur. And next day, early morning, he had his bath and he was standing in front of the Guruvayurappa. Suddenly, the Melshandi, from Sanctum Sanctorum, brings him the prasad. And in that prasad, there is this ring, because he had given that man his ring as a gift for helping him. Even though he refused to take it, he said, no, you have to take it. So he gave him the ring. So along with that prasad, that ring is there. So he said, what? This is the ring yesterday I gave to Samudri's Padakalavan. How it has come? And the Meshandi said, I don't know. Yesterday night I had a dream. He said, tomorrow morning Poondanam will come, and when you give him prasad, don't forget to give this ring. Yesterday I had taken this ring from him. My goodness, Poondanam cried, I have heard of 10 avatars of Krishna. I have never known that he will take an avatar as Samudri's commander-in-chief to help me out of this crisis. Oh, Bhagavan. So, Paritranaya sadhunam. That is the meaning of that. When you are a sadhu, completely surrendered to the God Almighty, He is always with you. He will never, never forget you. Sambhavami yuge yuge. Sambhavami nimishe nimishe. Because once it may be from here, there. We don't know. So those words of Krishna should echo in our mind whenever we are in trouble. Why should I worry? He is there to help me. And then Krishna gives, I always told you, no, he gives us credit cards. Here is one of his credit cards. Ye yadhamam prapadyante tam sadeva vachamya. Amavatmana vartande manushya partha sarvasa. This is a credit card. If only you will serve me, I will serve you. If you put your money in the bank, bank will give you back money when you want. So I am always there. So be careful, always to be. Then he takes us to higher levels. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram vidya. It is not just a casual love for Krishna or anything. You must understand me as the essence of truth in me, that I am the ultimate. We'll come to later, and Akshara Brahma. So I am that. So you should understand me. And that knowledge will destroy all your misunderstandings, your mind, your intellect. Everything is now so filled with ignorance and superstitions and whatnot. It will all be removed. So don't worry about it. And he gives us that plug by which we can attach ourselves to the cosmic power. Brahmarpanam brahmahavih brahmagrau brahmanahudam brahmeva tena gandavyam brahma karma samadhina. That is a plug with which we should attach ourselves to that great cosmic power. And when we are in that stage, suddenly our mind has expanded to such a level of understanding. We cannot find any bheda bhava. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane vivihastini suniteva shubhakecha pandita samadarshina. That is the quality. A person who really knows me, what is his ultimate test? Pandita samadarshina. There is no difference at all. The great Sai devotees, Sai Baba has instructed them. They will go and do the worship of the animals, even a rat, the trees on important days, just to remind that the cosmic family is our real family. So Pandita Samadarshina. So if you think we have some pandityam for knowledge, then how we should behave? With no difference at all. We should learn to love everybody. And then he says, what authority I have to talk to you all that? Because Arjuna, I am the Supreme Lord to whom you should surrender. Bhoktaram yajñatavasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam. I am the friend of everybody. They don't know. You all write your friend is so and so, your friend is so and so, your friend is so and so. You don't know. I am the friend of all of you. I come as your friend. From where that friend has come, you think that so and so is your friend. No, it is my love for you coming in the form of best friend's friendship. Imagine, all our friends become dearer to us because we shall start seeing Krishna in them. Jnatva mam shanti. Everybody becomes our friend. Then he gives us a jolt. So we were thinking, Krishna will there, Krishna is there, Krishna will help me. He said, no. Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayed atmeva hyatmano bandhu atmeva ripuratmanaha bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmaivatmana jita anatmanastu shatrutve varted atmeva shatruvat. So you will have to help yourself. If you want to come near me, you should understand who you are. manifest the divinity. I cannot do it for you. You will have to do it yourself. Uddhare. Again, Uttishtada, Jagrada. You will have to do it yourself. Start going through the daily routine, improve your routine, improve your satsang, improve your religious activities, improve your swadhyaya, step by step, uddhare, because Arjuna, in the final analysis, you are your friend, you are your enemy. You should remember that. So how do we start, Krishna? Yes, it is very easy. Yuktahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapnavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. Start being what is yukta, only what is correct. Not too much of eating, too much of playing, too much of sleep, too much of this, too much. No, yuktahara vihara. Everything in the proper way. Everything, let everything take place in the proper way. Then yogo bhavati dukkha. Your swadhyaya, your love for me, your bhakti, everything will fall in line when you have a rhythm in your life, a system in your life, a regular routine in your life. Krita krityata. You do the correct things in the correct way, then I will take care of everything. When you develop that, Krishna again and again, he goes on telling, two things he is very particular. First, emphasizing our character building. Two, reminding us that he is everywhere so that we will be able to conceive of him not as a Krishna Parthasarathi standing in front, but as the whole. Sarva bhutastam atmanam, sarva bhutani chatmani, ikshade yoga yuktatma, sarvatra samadarshina. So from these slokas, we need to pick up that thought which will slowly work to transform ourselves. Sarvatra samadarshina. Yes, that was my mistake. My prejudice for some people, too much attachment towards people, my animosity towards somebody. Hey, that was my trouble. Yes. Sarvatra samadarshina. I will take care of all that. Why do you want to carry all this burden? Leave it to me. So learn to be samadarshitva. So along with paraspadya, we have to develop samadarshitva. For that, once more he says, Yomam pashyati sarvatra, sarvam cha mahi pashyati, tasyaham na pranashyami, vachame pranashyati. He will never have any problems in life when he starts seeing me in everything. Yomam pashyati sarvatra. Oh, God has given it. You may have heard about the story of that person, great devotee of Rama. He was sitting in front of his house. Some robbers came, put their robbery in front of him. They ran off. Next day, the policeman came, took him, put him in the jail. And then finally, he was taken to the king. King asked him what happened. He said, by Rama's grace, yesterday I was sitting in front of my house. By Rama's grace, some robbers came that way. By Rama's wish, they put their robbery in front. By Krishna's grace, Rama's grace, your policemen came and they took me. By Rama's grace, I was put in the prison. By Rama's grace, now you have released me. Now Rama's grace, you do what you want. King God, he didn't know what to do. He said, Mahatman, I didn't know you are such a great person. Please be kind enough to excuse me and go back. So that is why Sasyaham na pranashyami, Sajame na pranashyati. Again he says, Matta paradaram kinchit, Nanyadasti dhananjaya, Mai sarvamidam prodam, Sutre manigana. Interconnected, interrelated, interdependent. The whole universe is moving Sutre Manigana Eva, just like our rosary or the Japamala, there is Karma Yoga, there is Jnana Yoga, there is Jnana Karma Yoga, Karma Sannyasa Yoga, Sannyasa Yoga, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. All the beings are connected together, helping man to move onward, forward in his evolutionary scale. Sutre Manigana Eva. It is an oft-quoted expression from Bhagavad Gita. Then he says, so we are all under the impression that we are all his great devotees, bhaktas. But how Krishna looks at us, we have discussed it. Chadurvidha bhajante mam jana supravinorjuna artho jijnasurarthati jnani cha bharadarshapa. When I look at the people, I look at him, oh, this man, he has come to ask me something. This man has come to tell me his problems, tell his problems. This man is a real jnani. Arjuna, I am not bothered about the others who have come to ask me for money, for Aishwarya, for child's education. Let them all go. I am concerned only with that person who is jnani, who wants to understand the truth of everything. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudheta mayarpida mano buddhir mamaye vaishyatya samshya. So therefore, all the time think of me so that I will understand you from the correct perspective and I will know how to deal with you. So be good enough to be then he gives us some directions. I have, during the class, I said, he takes us to his laboratory, to the workshop, how we should become a yogi. Sarvadvarani samyamya manohrida niruddhya mudhyadaya atmana pranam masido yogadharana omityagaksharam brahma vyaharanma manusmaran vyaprayadityajan deham sayati paramam gatim. So in your life, this sort of a rhythm, to bring a rhythm in your life, be a yogi. The body is given to you, but how to make the best use of your body, how to make use of your indriyas properly, your heart, mind, complex, everything, have a system. That is what I have given as the yoga, and do that. And always remember, wherever you read, whatever it is all taking you to me, whether it is karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, whatever it is. Vedeshu yajneshu tapassu chaiva dhaneshu yat punyabhalam pradishtam atyedis tat sarvavidam viditva yogi param sthanam upayeti chatyam. When you read Vedas, what is it you are trying to understand? When you are dana, yajna, remember, in all those actions and studies and everything, the ideal in front of you, the goal in life has to be this realization of the truth within. Maya tadamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina mastani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvavastida. Remember all the time that the whole universe is pervaded by me. Just like sun's light, when it comes, it pervades the whole universe. Vayu sarvatra gomaha, how the Vayu fills everywhere. That way I am filling up. Then how can you run away from me? How can you ignore me, Arjuna? I am there, everything. Ananyas, therefore, what is it we can do? He gives us another credit card, ATM. Ananyas chindayando mam yejana paripasade tesham nityabhyuktana yogakshemam mahami. Here you see life insurance for you. Not for this life, for all the lives concerned. I am taking care of you. Ananyas chindayantoma. Those who are always devoted to me, I give you this assurance, the yogakshemam mahami. I will protect them in whichever way. That is why I told that story. Then he says, see, you may be wondering how to do puja, how to do archana. I am such a great, no archana. Very simple. I am so easily pleased, Patram pushpam phalam toyam Yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktupahritam ashnami prayatatmanah. You don't have to have elaborate pujas and rituals and things like that. Whenever you feel like, before you take water, offer it to me. When you get a patra or a pushpa, offer it to me. How bhaktya, that is why all your emotions should be centered on this knowledge of me as a supreme. Then I will take it. For that, Yatkaroshi, Dashnasi, Yajjuhoshi, Dadasi, Yattapasthati Go, Kamteya, Tatkurusha Madarpana. A very simple, elementary way. It is elementary. You don't have to do anything. Build the temples or this or that. Nothing at all. Whenever you take anything, whenever you eat, whenever you do anything, whenever you offer something, anything, you can keep that big plug point connection. Brahmarpadam Brahmahave Brahmadro Brahmanahudam Brahmevate Nagantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhita. With that connection intact, without disturbing that connection, go on doing whatever you do, whatever you eat, anything, I will accept everything. Shipram bhavati dharmatma, sasva shantim nigacchati, kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranasari. Here is an announcement for Supreme. Kaunteya, I swear to you, Arjuna, Mame Bhakta Pranasati, best of the ATM cards which he gives us is Name Bhakta Pranashyati. No, he will never, my Bhakta will never perish. Therefore, what you should do, Manmana Bhava Mad Bhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru Mamai Vaishyasi Yuktam Vayam Atmanam Madparayana. Instead of saying this, I, so many times we use the words I, my, mine. Use the word. That man said, by Rama's grace, by Krishna's grace, by God's grace, I am able to talk to you. By God's grace, you are able to listen to it. By God's grace, you are able to understand something. By God's grace, we are able to make a Javavara out of it. Let it be. Atmanam Matparayana, Manmana Bhava Madbhakta. Then he takes us to the 10th. Krishna, Arjuna wanted to see his Vibhuti. So through the Vibhuti Yoga, he shows people Tesham Satadayuktanam Bhajadam Pridipurvakam Nama Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yenamam Upayandite. Everywhere you will start seeing the 10th chapter. Sri Ramakrishna says, wherever I look, I see only Mother. Whenever I see, whether it is a beggar, whether it is a king, wherever I look, I see only Mother. And what do I see? Aham Atma Gudagesha Sarva Bhudashesthida Aham Adishya Madhyancha Bhudanam Andayevacha. There is nothing other than me, Arjuna. Why you are not able to understand this? I cannot understand it myself. Bhudanam, Adi, Madhyantam, everything me. Yadyad Vibhuti Matsatvam, Srimad Udbhidameva, Tattadeva Vagachatvam, Amatejom Shasambha. Anywhere you find a wonderful artist, remember, it is I who has made him an artist. You find a great surgeon. How he has become a surgeon? I, the surgeon, is operating through him. You see a good mother who is the I am operating. Arjuna, understand that it is my will and pleasure that illuminates everything as love, as understanding, as surrender everywhere. Athava bahunedena kimjnadena tava Arjuna Ishtam vyahamidam Krishnam eka amshena stito. Everything is in Krishna. He never stops impressing, that everything is He, everything is He, everything is He. Then he told us the Vishwarupa, and we remember that sloka, Divi Surya Sahasrasya, Bhavedyugapaduddhida yadi bhasadrishi syasya bhasastasya mahatmana. He remembered it because the atomic scientists also use that. That is a second thing for us to remember. So even the Bhattadiri, when he saw Krishna after the completion of Narayaniyam, Agre Pashyami Tejo Nibidataragala Yavali Lobhaniyam. He also finds his first vision of Guru Ayappan was a tejas, the illumination that he found there. Then towards the end of the Vishwarupa, Arjuna understands all the rivers are flowing into the ocean. In the same way, all life activities are flowing unto him. Yadha nadinam bahuvam bhuvega samudramevabhimuga dravanti tadha tavami naraloka veera vishandi vakranyabhivijvalanti. Because all the living beings, its life is centered in you. So at the end of their life merge into you, just like the rivers flow towards the ocean. With this understanding, Arjuna, you do one thing. It is all that I can tell you now. Now you have seen me. Everything I wanted to tell you, I have been telling you. You have seen me also. Now, tasmat muthishthayasho labhasva jitva shatrun bhukshvarajyam samruddham mayevede nihata purvameva nimittamatram bhavasavyasajam. Let us bow our heads to him. Make us your nimitta, make us your instrument. This is the job which I am doing as a teacher, or as a scientist, or as a doctor, or as a housewife, as a commander. Whatever it is, nimitta matram bhavasavyasajam. Make me your instrument, O Lord. This should be our prayer to him to make us. Then he again says what sort of a bhakta is priya, that some other shitva also, he is very, very particular about it. Samasya praujamitreta tadha manavamanayoho shidoshna sugadukkeshu samassanga vivardita tulyanindastu dirmauni santushto yena kenachit aniketastinamati bhaktiman me priyo narah. I told you, he is very particular about the character. The character building effects of Bhagavad Gita, that's a big thesis. How the character of the person is important. What are the qualities of the character which make him from a micro to a macro being, from a Veshti to become a Samashti? What are the qualities we should imbibe so that we leave our Veshti bhava, the ephemeral, worldly, materialistic bhava, and then emerge into the celestial form? Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktamiva cha sthitam bodha bhartrija tatnyayam grasishnu prabhavishnu sa. Again, to see him in everywhere. So that is the only way. I was telling from the beginning about the expansion, By expansion is meant what? Our understanding of the universe, our understanding of the godliness, our understanding of the character, our understanding of bhakti, our understanding of karma. Everything we should take into a different dimension already. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu Krishnandam parameshwaram vinashyarva vinishyandam yapashyari tapashyari. Again and again he goes on improving Arjuna's understanding of the wholeness of the situation. That is why in so many times we will remember Krishna in the earlier chapters, Sri Krishna Uvacha, towards the latter half you see Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. He has transformed from Krishna to Bhagavan, to that cosmic form, to teach Arjuna. Udasina vadasino gunaryo na vishalyade guna vartanda ityeva yovateshtari nankide. Remember, Putra Gunas are there. They will have their play on you. So remember, let them have their play, but I will stand apart because I have surrendered myself to the Lord. So Guna will play around me, let them play. Samadukha sudakswastak samaloshtasmakanchana tulya priya priyo dhira tulya nindatma samsudhi. Again and again and again. How many times he wants to impress upon this Samadarsana. Veda Bhava should not be there. Ninda Sud, Bhoga Dukkha, Samadoshtatsmakanta. Even a piece of gold and a piece of earth should be same. We can test on this is a test for us at a particular situation. Somebody has been praising us like anything. In another situation, you went to your mother's house, she was full of praise for the daughter. You go to the in-law's house, it's full of accusations against you. Take both of them. Convert Amma's love to our Vivekananda Maharaj used to say, stop being mother-in-law, be a mother-in-law. So let us teach our mother-in-law, fortunately I don't have one, our mother-in-law to be a mother. When Savitri was given the gifts, boons by Yama, she never thought of herself. First she thought, my in-laws are blind, let them gain their vision. Second, my in-laws have lost their Rajya, let the Rajya come to us. Third, let my own parents get a good son. Lastly, Yama said, nothing doing, you will have to pray something for yourself. At that moment, she said, bless me with 100 good sons. Yes, Tadastu, poor Yamadharma was caught. Before that, he called her Putri. So she caught hold of that word. If Putri can ask anything from the father, so I asked to give me back my husband's life. Wonderful, isn't it? Our Puranas and stories also are so very elevating. Manapamanayostunya tulyo mitrari bhakshayoho sarvarambha parityagi gunatita savichare. So these are the qualities when we practice at home level. That is why the importance of this, not just by hearting it, this we have to convert them into family rules and family relationships. Yes, I have such and such a person who always finds fault with me. Okay, absorb it as a Krishna is giving you in this form. So we should find out our own ways and means. Just like a kashaya, when it is so very bitter, we add some sugar into it and make it less bitter. In the same way, when the mother-in-law is shouting at you, oh mother, how wonderful you are, you are reminding me of Krishna's words, mother-in-law took over you. So by using them in Japamala and making them recur through your mind again and again and again, at critical phases, they will come out of your mouth and help you in any situation. That is the advantage of it. Then he tells us also important information from 14th chapter, 15th chapter, Mam Chayo. You can pick up, I have taken some, not necessary, you can change your own beads. Not that my beads have to find a place in that. You pick up yourself the bead which is very, very appealing to you, you put them in your Japamala. I have put here from 14th chapter 26. Mamchayo vibhijarena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samadityedan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Then in the 15th chapter, Mamaevamsho jivaloke jiva bhuta sanadana manashasthani indriyani pragadistani karshati aham vaishwamero bhutva praninam deham ashrita pranapara samayukta prajamyam tadamidam. If you remember what I have said, the best of the canteen, food preparation unit, I have Arjuna with me. The best of pharmaceutical concern, that is because it is I who have filled the plants with medical properties. If a paracetamol does you good, from where it happens? Somewhere I have put medicinal properties in there. And the doctor's mind, I have put knowledge. So he is able to prescribe paracetamol to you, whether it is COVID or COVID. So in that way, we go on analyzing how God is playing through everything, it will be a wonderful exercise. That is what a homework. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smrtijnanamohanam cha vedaisya sarvairahameva vidyo vedanta krit vedavideva chaham. Then he said, Tasmat Shastram Pramanante Karya Karya Vyavastito Nyatva Shastra Vidhanoktam Karma Kartumiharhasi. Wonderful Shastras have been made by our Rishis and Munis and Bhagavan himself through Vedas and Upanishads. That is our Shastra, not this materialistic Shastra. So that Shastra, that truth, Dharma, that should be our Shastra. We have to make use of. And Krishna wants us Ashraddha. The 17th chapter we have seen Shraddha, importance of Shraddha. And he said, Shraddha is very important because Ashraddhaya Hudam Dattam Tapastaptam Kudam Chayat Asadityuchade Partha Majat Pretya No Iha. Holy Mother Sharda Devi, even a broomstick she will take, keep it with Shraddha, because we want it when we want to sweep our floor. So she used to instruct her nieces, keep a broomstick also, give it the Shraddha it needs. So give Shraddha to everything. To your cow, to your this, that, to your dog, that everything will be filled with. Shraddha is now what? Our understanding that there also is this Jiva, and he also deserves. He is also part of Bhagavan's creation. He is also like me, but by his karma bandha, he has become a dog or a cat or something else. But now, by God's grace, I have become a human being. So it is up to me to care for them. Yada pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tam abhyarchya siddhim vindati manava. You don't have to go searching for a job or this. Whatever you do, we have seen, Yat karoshi yadasnanti, that is the technology. That is a technology of converting any act into a ritual. Yata pravartit bhutana. Whatever is the work which is allotted to you, teacher, banker, whatever it is. Yata pravartit bhutana. Ena sarvamidam tadam. So karmana tam abhyatya. Make it a worship. Vivekananda Swami has given such a beautiful expression. Work is worship. Convert your work into worship. Chetasa sarva karmani mayi sanyasya mattara buddhiyogam upashritya machittas tatatam bhava machittas sarva durgani mat prasadal tarishyasi padachetvam ahankarat nasoshyasi vinangshati. He started with ahankara. Arjuna had ahankara, so he wants here. Remember, everything is me. It is I who guide and guide you. So don't have any ahankara. Ahankara, if you say something, it will not come to pass. I will not sanction it. And remember, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Buddheshishvara Tishtati Brahmayan Sarvabhutani Yandrarudhani Maya. And the final, the Karpura Arati we have come, the last bit is laying there. How to burn that? Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vrata aham tvam sarvabhabebhyo mokshayishyami ma sutta. Burn it off also. I am a woman, I am a lady, I am a learned person, I am this. Burn it off, everything. Let the Karpura Arati be complete. Nothing should be left there. Then, when there is nothing left, then I am there to lift you out of the mire of Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Srir Vijayo Bodhir, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. We had about 54 beats. Now we have come to the Meru. The Meru is the last one. That is a blessing from Sanjaya, who had the wonderful blessing to listen to the whole of Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvada. He says, wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is Arjuna, Krishna as Yogeshwara, Arjuna as Karma Yogi, then nothing but Sri Vijayo, everything will come to help. So let us also have that sort of Arjuna and Krishna all the time in our mind. We are the Arjuna. We'll go on committing mistakes, blabber, this thing, that thing. But listen to Krishna's words. Then we'll be quiet. So our life also will come to be full of blessing by God's grace. With His grace, we have been able to go through Bhagavad Gita with a different taste, with a different viewpoint, with a different interest, so that we can, Otaprota, Krishna's words can become Otaprota in our daily life. If Krishna blesses us like that, then what more is needed? This life itself will become Amritasya Putra, and our whole family will become Amrita Kudanta. By Sri Krishna's grace, yet karomi, yadasnami, yad juhomi, dadami, yad tapasyami govinda, tat karomi tadarpam. That is my prayer always. Thank you all. It took a little more time today, so sorry, because this is the last for the time being.
Thank you, Amma. Thank you so much for this Japamala session. We were eagerly waiting for this. Just one question, Amma. Sudhakarana sent me the Malayalam part of it, the shlokas. So should we give it in Kannada to the all the people?
You can give.
Huh.
But I think when I write the English, there may be some changes. I want to fix it up either to 51 or 54, like that.
Okay.
But you can popularize it, no problem.
We are having KPS at the end of this month. We are giving it to the participants. We are thinking to give it to the participants. This Japamala to all of them. And after that, doing Swadhyaya, we are planning.
Japamala by itself, it may not mean anything, because we have heard through. That is how Japamala will be interesting to them. Otherwise, you will have to take a class on that. No, I don't know. Just distributing Japamala in what way? Say, for example, now Karma Yoga Shloka Sangraha. Unless they have been to Kanyakumari and we have seen the Karma Yoga and known about everything, then only Karma Yoga Shloka Sangraha becomes important to us, no?
Yes.
It is only a shloka. So, popularizing this Japamala, whether it is meaningful, I don't know. But when the English book comes, Japamala will automatically be part of that.
Okay. So, only for the participants who are attending these sessions, whoever are interested, please send me. This is my WhatsApp number. I will put it in the chat box. Please send me. I will send through WhatsApp. I will convert it into Kannada. Then I will send it to this person. Personally, I will send it. So I will put it in the chat box, my WhatsApp number.
You have the numbers. Sudhakar has sent you, no?
Yes, I am having. Those numbers I am having. It will take 1 or 2 days. I will. This is my WhatsApp number. So please WhatsApp me.
1 or 2 in that I have removed and put that Brahmarpadam was not there in the Malayalam.
Okay, I will add it.
Fourth chapter. Brahmarpadam you have to add.
Okay.
And some not so very important from an ordinary person's view, you can remove also.
Okay.
Anyway, it is up to you. It is up to you. You who have heard it fully. Whatever you think is appealing to you.
I will just make it and I will send it to you. In English, I will just note down the numbers of the shlokas and the chapters. Then I will make it in Kannada. And I will give it to them. Whoever wanted. Our Karyakartas and all. So, Dhanyavad Amma for these sessions. We need more. So we will plan for more of this. And once in a while, please guide us through this